discussing about the fundamental liberties of Article 10. Article 10 guarantees every Malaysian citizen with the right of freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom of association. Article 10 executes the legal right for Malaysian citizens to freedom such that they are restricted by in the event which may cause harm to the Federation. The Parliament has the right to decide what is considered a harm. This is stated in Article 10, subsection 2, 3, and 4. 1A states that every citizen has the right of freedom of speech and expression. This means that every citizen is given the right to express or voice out their opinion and express their feelings. 1B states that all citizens have the right to assemble peacefully and without arms. This means that every citizen is allowed to gather in peace without harmful weapons. 1C states that all citizens have the right to form associations. This means that citizens are allowed to form a group or an organization to connect and operate together. My group will be focusing on Article 10, subsection 1, because the cases that we have chosen relates to it. And the first case we will be presenting is Chai Chun Hon versus Ketua Polis Daerah, Kampar and Government of Malaysia in 1986, followed by Manavan Nair and Anor versus Public Prosecutor in 1975.
In the office, Chai Chun Hon is filling out a form to apply for a license to conduct public assembly. After submission of the form, he receives a letter which includes 7 restrictions. He is furious about 2 of the restrictions. Unhappy with the restrictions, Chai Chun Hon takes the case to court. His lawyer argues that the first restriction, which is that he should not talk about any political issues during the assembly, is unreasonable and against Article 10 in the Federal Constitution. The judge then agrees, as in Article 10 it states that every citizen has the right to freedom of speech and expression. The final decision was made and the restriction was void. Chai Chun Hon was successfully allowed the freedom of topic of speech during his assembly. Next, Kampar brings up the second restriction about the fact that he should not have more than 7 speakers at the assembly. However, the judge agreed that the event should not have more than 7 speakers. Therefore, the restriction was maintained. Chai Chun Hon appealed and decided to take this case to the Supreme Court.
I'm so fancy, you already know I'm in the fast lane, from LA to Tokyo. I'm so fancy, can't you taste this gold? Remember my name, to blow.
In the Supreme Court, Chai Chun Hon's lawyer, Kampar, questions the police officer as to why they were restricted to only 7 speakers. The police officer's reply was that he did not want the event to drag on past 11:30 p.m. as it may cause disturbance. The limitation of 7 speakers would control the time limit of the assembly. However, the police officer's statement was just an assumption, which is a statement with no proof. Therefore, the judge made a final decision as to allow more than 7 speakers to participate in the assembly. Chai Chun Hon won the case. A public meeting was held to boycott the national language law, which states that in order to obtain a general certificate, candidates had to pass the national language. A police officer then steps in to stop the gathering and issues a restriction to Manavan Nair, as he was deemed to have been discussing a sensitive issue. Karpal Singh, which is Madhavan Nair's lawyer, argued on the police officer's behaviour that the power to impose restrictions was under Section 27, subsection 1 of the Police Act. The judge said that restrictions can only be made if the condition is violated or disobeyed. He stated that the Article 10, subsection 2 was so broad that it is seen as the right of freedom of speech because of racial riots, and said that national security should always come first.
Object!
Madhavan Nair lost this case.
Okay, start. 1, 2. Then Kiki starts coming.
Are you supposed to be laughing?
You need to shrug.
So, and then after that,
Why do you have a mustache?
I object!
Oh no, me life gone, me no life, me no girls.